Hi. One of the really useful features of the microbit chip is that you can send a message from one chip to another chip. It sends a radio signal. So I could program my chip to send or receive radio signals. And then I could use the A button, for example, to send a distress signal like SOS, and then other geek girls would pick it up on their chips, or I could send it, it's safe, it's okay. So how do I do all of that? So step one, I don't need this forever block, so I can just delete that block. And on the start, one thing I can do, go down to my radio, and one thing you need to do is set the group number. So that's kind of a signal that goes out on a particular channel. You know, we're on the same wavelength, we're on the same channel. So you can change that to a number. So you're sending and receiving messages at that number. I don't know, something like 77 or whatever. I don't think it really matters which one you choose. And then I need to create two variables. These will be for my messages, for my message, my distress signal, and for my all clear signal. So I'm going to go down here, make a variable, and I'm going to call it distress signal. And I'm going to make another one which says all clear. And I'm going to set that to a particular message to send. So my distress signal is going to be the text SOS. So I need to click on advanced and go and get some text. Just drag that in there and put in there SOS. Save our souls. And if I just duplicate that, I can make the all clear signal would be something like okay. Let's keep it short and simple. So these are two strings, two text messages, and I've assigned them to a variable because it makes it easier to send and avoid spelling mistakes. I just make sure the spelling is here, and then I just send that variable, and whatever's stored in that variable is what gets sent and received. So my radio group is 77, and I've set up a distress signal and an all clear. I now need to put my button A. So when I press button A, it's to send, let's say, a distress signal, and I'll just duplicate that. For button B, that's going to send the all clear. So if I go down to the radio, you notice you can send a number, you can send a paired value, or you can send a string. Well, I've got strings, so that's what I'm going to send, and I'll just duplicate that. So when I press button A, it's going to send that variable distress signal. So I'll go and fetch that. And when I press button B, it's going to send that variable all clear. Okay, so I've set that up. If I press A, you'll notice I've now got two chips because it's picked up that it's sending a radio signal. Okay, it's sending a radio signal here, so there's a second chip to receive it, but nothing's appearing on that chip because you can see there it's sending because, well, I haven't told it how to receive a signal. So if I go back into radio, you can see you've got on radio received string. So I'm receiving a string, and I can just pull that received string down from there. You don't copy it, you just pull it out. And so I could then show it. I could show, I mustn't show a number, I must show a string. Hey, show the received string. So what I could do, just refresh that, press A, and you can see it's sending SOS. So it's sending that distress signal, and that's the received string, so that's what's being picked up. See what happens if I press button B. It's going, okay. Well, isn't that cool? So there we go. Sending and receiving radio signals could come in useful.